welcome to episode 1 of
Sega!
Oh yeah, the slightly epic gaming adventure starring me and eventually Connie. I thought I would kick this off with one of my, well, it's not one of my favourite games. Well, it is, but I prefer the sequel. It's Sonic the Hedgehog, the original Sonic the Hedgehog. I actually played this on my Xbox, played through it last night. As you can see, it is the Sega Vintage Collection. I bought this on the Xbox Live Arcade, very cheap. They had a Sonic sale, so I snapped up all them. I snapped up Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic & Knuckles and Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. So I'll probably play through all of them at some point. But I did a big playthrough of all the Sonic games in 2010 and in 2009, so I guess we're due to do one in 2012. But Sonic the original. This isn't the first Sonic game I played. I first played the original Sonic, which was on the Sega Master System, which was the first console I ever owned. The original Sonic the Hedgehog, which is quite different from the Mega Drive version or the Genesis version. If you're of course in America, the Genesis in the UK was called the Mega Drive, and I never had a Mega Drive, but I did play the first game, and it's awesome. But I've forgotten how frustratingly hard it can be. And I was actually going for the Xbox Live achievement of beating the whole game in under 40 minutes, which stressed me out to no end. So I didn't actually enjoy this first episode as much as I should have. But it was cool to play through Sonic, and it looked great on the 42-inch as well. It looked great on my big TV, which was weird because it's such an old game and it does look really pixelated and stuff. Well, not pixelated, but I don't know, it kind of holds up, because that's the way you remember playing it, you know? I mean, the resolution isn't that much better if you play it on a smaller screen. And you can adjust kind of like on this version, the downloaded version from the Live Arcade, you can adjust the way it fits the screen. So I had it full screen, and it just looked awesome. It looked so good, even though I was sitting close, and I loved it. Really loved it, apart from when I was getting stressed out because of how hard it is. I'd forgotten how really tough the labyrinth levels were. Jesus, the underwater ones. And I'd forgotten that, when you're about to drown, it's like really frustrating. You're like, oh god, I gotta get a water bubble. I mean, I had my my Xbox controller, and at one time I actually went and I kind of lightly bit it in frustration, which is something I've actually picked up from the show Spaced. Not that you should be picking up stuff like that from Spaced, but instead of throwing the controller, I just go, just bite it for a second. So, and trying to beat it really quickly as well was not a good idea, but I did enjoy it. So the first Sonic game, you go through, as with the original Sonic games, you play through 3 acts of one zone, through 3 levels, and then you go through another zone and another 3 levels, and then you get a boss at the end. Which I think is maybe a bit too many acts, and they kind of rectified that in Sonic 2. Well, not rectified it, but made it better. I think 2 acts for most zones, and then 3 acts towards the end of the game was perfect in Sonic 2. But this one is 3 acts for every zone. But then you don't get that many zones either. There's only about 6, I think. But yeah, I really love playing this again, and playing the final level again. That was really cool. I remember that from when I was a kid, and how hard it seemed, and it still was a little tricky, but nowhere near as tough as it felt back in the day. Really enjoyed playing this game, and I'm sure I'll play many more Sonic games for this challenge. I mean, it is called Sega, the slightly epic gaming adventure. I'll also be reviewing Sonic Generations, which is a new game that just came out last year, well, a few months ago, so look out for that. Thanks for watching.